And the CEO said, I don't care anymore how technology, how well... Yeah, so you ask about organization constellation work.
Okay.
Well, it deals about organizations, that's clear, because that's part of the word, and the other part is constellation. Well, a constellation is a kind of method, and it's a method that belongs to the systemic phenomenologic approach. And a constellation is a kind of live image of an organization. And a live image, you can make that live image either with papers, either with a drawing on paper, either with people which you place in the room, it doesn't matter. And a constellation usually reveals some of the patterns of that organization. Sometimes these patterns, they are conscious, but very often these patterns are unconscious. And once these patterns are revealed, it's easier to deal with those patterns. So the basic aim of organization constellations is to help people in organizations, owners, but also managers, but also workers, when there are phenomena that they don't understand, and they cannot understand with their mind or with logic reasoning, or it has not simply to do with how to produce something. This type of a little bit harder problems, a constellation can help to show what are the patterns underneath and what is the source of this pattern. When did the pattern come into light, and is it still helpful, or is it more now blocking us? Most of the patterns in the organizations, they are very helpful, and some of these patterns sometimes are blocking, and then a constellation is helpful and useful. So the person who brings in a constellation defines what type of elements do we need in order to bring the system to life. So it can be the persons who take the decisions, or it can be certain departments of an organization, or it can be the core concepts or values of the organization, or it can be parts of the market, the present customers, the future customers. And then these are somehow grouped in a way like the person who brings in the question how he feels that these elements are relating to each other. And then suddenly, as a kind of drawing, suddenly the pattern comes up. And you can use, by the way, a constellation to test, are there alternative patterns which are more useful and more helpful for the organization to continue in its existence. Or sometimes a constellation can show that it might be better to end a certain activity, to end a department, or to end organization at all, and to use the energy of ending to start something new.
Perfect.